In this video, I'm going to talk about Kimera coffee. You're probably thinking, why on earth am I reviewing a coffee on this channel? Well, don't go away just yet, because this, even if you've never heard of Kimera coffee, this is actually a really powerful thing. If you want to boost your brain power and get more done in less time, which I'm sure you do, this is pretty cool, okay? So listen up to this one. So those of you who have seen my channel before, you'll know that I'm a very big advocate of nootropics. Nootropics are basically smart drugs, cognitive enhancers that make your brain work better and faster. I've been using them for years, and I would attribute a lot of my achievements in terms of what I've been able to get done to nootropics, because they allow me to function much more efficiently than I would have done without nootropics. And I've used all kinds of things like MindLab Pro, OptiNeuro, you know, a lot of different things, choline, DMAE, alpha GPC, the list goes on. However, what I would say is that I haven't experienced anything quite like the coffee that I'm going to talk about in this video. Now, Kimera coffee, and I'm going to keep this video quite short and to the point because there's not much really to say about this other than the fact that Kimera coffee really does work. I'm going to go into the ingredients that it contains in a minute, but in a nutshell, Kimera coffee is a nootropic infused coffee that allows you to drink your nootropics instead of taking them in a capsule form. Now, this is kind of different to anything else I've tried before, because all of the things I've tried before have been supplements. So I've kind of had to take the supplement and wait for it to kick in. Now, coffee, as I'm sure you know, has a much faster time to reach your bloodstream. If you drink a cup of coffee, you will feel the effects within, I would say, 5 minutes or so. And it's the same thing with this Kimera coffee. It really does reach your bloodstream quickly. And that is why I think it's so effective. It's so good. So in terms of the ingredients themselves, I don't want to get too much into each individual ingredient, but it does contain caffeine, of course. It's a caffeinated coffee. It does contain L-theanine as well, which if you have been drinking coffee for a long time, you'll know that the effects of coffee are kind of a bit of a double-edged sword. You take the coffee, you get a rise in performance, and then you get a sharp decline in performance and focus when you have what's called the crash, or the other side of caffeine, you know, where you start feeling less focused because it's worn off. And what L-theanine does is it takes away that sort of jittery crash sensation and lets you experience the effects of caffeine for a longer period of time. This is so important. This is so important for if you're taking nootropics, you want to experience the effects of them, ideally over, you know, the entire day. You don't just want to have like a quick burst of energy and then you run out of energy and focus. You want to be able to focus at the same pace, the same rate most of the day, whether that's a few hours or, you know, an 8 or 10 hour day. And so that's why it's so important to have, anytime you have something with caffeine in it, you need to have it also balanced out with L-theanine. And that is one of the things that Kimera does really well. Now, there are some other ingredients which I find quite interesting. And to be honest, I can't say which ingredient actually had the effect I'm going to talk about, because it's kind of like a proprietary blend. They're all mixed together. There's no way of me testing each individual ingredient. So the effect I'm going to explain, it could be because of the caffeine, it could be because of the caffeine and the L-theanine, or it could be because of the other things like DMAE and the other ingredients as well. But what I noticed is that after I took, and I only had 1 cup of this stuff, right? It was quite a weak cup as well. You can make it stronger. So I took 1 cup, and actually for the couple of weeks that I tested this, I didn't use any other nootropics as well. So I kind of made sure that I only tried Kimera, and I could have tried MindLab Pro as well. I could have also had OptiNeuro. I tried to make it so that I would really test that one nootropic and get the effects and get some kind of idea of how that one worked without letting the other things damage the results and sort of skew the results in any way. So yeah, I was able to focus, concentrate on things for a long period of time. However, it didn't give me what I call the focus tunnel sensation. When I take something like OptiNeuro or anything really where there's a lot of caffeine, a high caffeine content, I tend to get into a state where I can't take my mind off what I'm working on. And you're probably watching this thinking, well, that's kind of the effect that I want. That's why you would take a nootropic, so you can actually focus on something for a long period of time. But you also don't want to be so focused that you forget to stand up or eat or drink enough water or anything like that. You really need to make sure that you can focus, but you also are able to step away from the work as well. And so that is why I think that's kind of my experiences with Kimera coffee. I think that it's a good nootropic coffee. It gives you the ability to focus on something really clearly for a period of time, but it also doesn't make you so focused that you can't take your mind off it and you need to go, you forget to eat or you forget to drink, as is the case with me quite often. I forget to do these basic things because I'm so focused on whatever I'm doing that I don't think about anything else. I forget all of these essential things, and sometimes I actually strain my eyes because I'm so focused that I forget to look away from the screen. And I get those kind of results, if you want that kind of result, with something like OptiNeuro and a nootropic mushroom mix. I mix a few things together in a kind of stack, but really for most people you don't need to go that far. And something like MindLab Pro or Kimera coffee is going to be more than enough for, the effects you actually want to be able to focus on something for a long period of time. So please check out the link in the description to get Kimera coffee, the best place, the best price that I know of at the moment where you can get this stuff. And I'd really love to hear your experiences with Kimera coffee, but not just that, I would love to hear your opinions on nootropics in general in the comment section.